Hello everybody, this is S. Shanmugoli from KCS Kasaragod College of Arts and Science. Today in this video we are going to see about working with data in ASP.NET. In working with data, we look at connecting to a database through the OLEDB connection class. Once the connection is made, data in the database will be manipulated through the OLEDB command class. Series of changes to the data in a database will be processed as a group through the OLEDB transaction class. Then data will be retrieved from the database through the OLEDB data adapter class. The data is retrieved into a dataset class so that it can be bound to a control. So now we will see these topics in detail. OLEDB connection class. The OLEDB connection object provides the means to connect to a database. So we will declare an object of this class like this, dim my connection as OLEDB connection. So now we will instantiate the object and supply the object with the connect string like this. My connection equal to new OLEDB connection. Then we will give the provider name, data source name and the other parameters. So to connect to a SQL Server database with a connect string. So my connection equal to new OLEDB connection. Then we have to give the provider. So this is the library used to connect to the database SQL OLEDB. Then we have to give the server name as my server. And the next parameter is the name of the database that is being connected to. So which is supplied through the initial catalog parameter. So when connecting to a SQL Server database, so we want to supply a username parameter and a password parameter. So once you have supplied a connection string, then you can connect to the database by calling the open method. myConnection.open. So when we have finished a database connection, so we disconnect from the database by calling the close method, myConnection.close. OLEDB command class. OLEDB command class is used to manipulate the data in a database through a SQL insert, update or delete statement. We declare an instance of this class dim my command as new OLEDB command. You then can indicate the type of command you are going to run through the OLEDB command object. So you can do this through the command type property. My command type equal to stored procedure. So in this case the command could be calling a stored procedure. You can also set the command type value as table direct. So this indicates that the command will be returning all the rows and columns of a table and only the table name need to be supplied. The default for this property is text. My command text equal to text, which indicates that the OLEDB command object will be running a SQL statement. You supply the text of the command that you want to run by setting the command text property of the command object. My command text equal to, here we have the query, insert into ems last name comma first name. So the values to be inserted. Here the command object is being used to add a record to a table called ems. With the OLEDB command class, you can specify how many seconds you want to allow the command to run before completing without throwing an error. The default for this property is 30 seconds, but you can override that value through the command timeout property. My command timeout equal to 60. So in this case the command can take 60 seconds to complete. Now you can call the open method of the connection object to open a connection to the database. My command connection open. So once the connection is made, you can proceed to run the SQL statement that you supplied through the command text property by calling the execute non-query method. So my command dot execute non-query. So this method is used to execute SQL statements like insert, update and delete statements that do not return any rows. OLEDB transaction class. A transaction is implemented through the OLEDB transaction class. Dim my transaction as OLEDB transaction. You start the transaction by calling the begin transaction method of the OLEDB connection class, which returns an instance of an OLEDB transaction class. My transaction equal to my connection dot begin transaction. Then you link the transaction object to the command object that you plan to make the database changes through. So my command dot transaction equal to my transaction. The next step is to execute changes to the database through the OLEDB command object. When you have finished making the changes, you could commit them to the database by calling the commit method of the OLEDB transaction object. My transaction dot commit, or you can choose to undo the changes you have made to the database by calling the rollback method of the OLEDB transaction class. My transaction dot rollback. OLEDB data adapter class. The OLEDB data adapter class provides a mechanism for us to retrieve data from a database. To use the OLEDB data adapter, it requires 3 steps. First, you declare the class dim my data adapter as OLEDB data adapter. You then instantiate the OLEDB data adapter. My data adapter equal to new OLEDB data adapter. Then select the fields from table name, DB connection. So the first parameter within the instantiating an OLEDB data adapter object is the SQL select statement that returns the desired records. The second parameter used in the statement is a valid connection object. The last step needed with an OLEDB data adapter class is to use the fill method of that class to return the records into a dataset object so that they can be placed on an ASP.NET page or bound to a control. My data adapter dot fill my dataset, reference name. The first parameter in the fill method is the dataset object that you want the data placed into. The second parameter is the name for the table within the dataset object. Dataset class. Dataset class retrieves the data from a database so that it can be bound to a control or displayed on an ASP.NET page. So using this class, we can retrieve the data and either we can display in a data grid or we can just display it in our ASP.NET page. So dim DS page data as new data set. So the data in the dataset object is stored in data table object, which are exposed to the table property of the dataset object. We can create a data table within a dataset and place data into it by calling the fill method. So my data adapter dot, I'm calling the fill method fill my dataset, courses. So once the data is available in dataset, the records can be displayed in data grid or repeater. So using the coding ASP colon data grid ID equal to DG1 run it equal to server. So to bind the data grid to our dataset object, DG1 dot data source equal to my dataset dot tables courses dot default view. So we can bind the data grid to the table by calling the data grid method dg1.dataBind. Thank you for watching the video.